Hey everybody, what is going on? Hexlex here. I got another Master Duel video for you. Coming at you with some more Radiant Typhoon. Made some slight changes to the build, some updates for my day one build. Not on Fiendsmith for this iteration. I still don't think the Fiendsmith, the minor Fiendsmith line, is bad at all. In fact, if you look at the OCG meta, it's pretty standard there and topping a lot of tournaments. So I point that out mostly because I feel like some people will see something that is only been done in OCG builds, and because they've never seen it in a Master Duel Meta Weekly or YCS, they just immediately assume it's bad. But I do still think the Fiendsmith package is fine. However, it did take up a lot of room in the extra deck, and I wanted to try out Super Poly. So we are going to be trying this iteration moving forward. The only other thing I think I'd rather have in here that's not is a third copy of Sheena, but I don't really want to craft it because I don't really plan on playing this deck a ton. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and just dive right into some live gameplay here. Between the Duelist Cup and the Deckmaster Cups, the official tournaments, and real life, I haven't had really any time at all to actually play Ranked Ladder this season, so we're still at Diamond 4 here. Okay, we can take the first turn. That's nice. Let's see what we got. Okay, we have Chant and we have Crocea. Definitely won't complain about that. We're going to go draw phase Chant. Very important to have your toggle set to on for that. Okay, cool. They don't have an Ash Blossom, so we're going to add, I think, Eldum here? Yeah, let's go for Eldum. And now we can special summon Crocea. Alright, let's go Crocea effect. We'll grab Vision and do some drawing here as well. Since it's still the draw phase, and of course we can still play around Droll and Knockbird. And we could summon Phonics here too, if we wanted to, which isn't a terrible idea. Probably just discard the extra Crocea here. Trying to think, do I want to use Ascendance to add MST? I don't really think there's a reason to do that, so I won't. Alright, we can go back to auto for now. Alright, let's special summon Eldum. Activate Eldum. That is going to grab Swen. Swen would normally get Ascendance here, but we already have that. Let's special summon Swen and activate. Okay, so if we already have Ascendance, I guess we could just take another Vision, another Chant. Probably one of these two, right? Because we can, yeah. Let's just get another Chant, actually. Okay. Now, let's see. I'm trying to think. Obviously, we're gonna make Varun. But do I want to make that with Crocea plus Phonics? So I could leave my level 3s and make a rank 3. I could go for Gossip Shadow as my 5th summon, and that would counter into Biru, and then go into Varun. Let's do that. I'm just always worried about Nibiru. I know a lot of people would probably make Totem Bird here, and I get it, but I'm just always thinking about Nib. Okay, now we get to add another MST. Although I didn't have to use Phonics as a material. That was a misplay, because I could have just used Ascendance to revive. Yeah, that was my bad. I thought Ascendance could revive anything. But you know what I could do? I could instead use the Ascendance. No, let's use the Chant to search an MST. And then we'll have 3 negates going into their turn. Because now the Varun gets to place Mandate, and I guess I'm just gonna set. Yeah, I could have ended with a Phonics on board too. That is definitely a misplay on my part, but hopefully it won't matter here. We've got 3 MST negates. We have Gossip Shadow, we have Ash Blossom, Sheena, and then Transcendence is our last face down. Let's see what they do. They're thinking, do they have draw face plays? Could this be a mirror match? Okay, they're moving to main. And they're activating Jokul. Now this negates things on the field. Yeah, 1 face-up card your opponent controls. They want to go Jokul, Summon Lantern. I feel like this is definitely a good Gossip Shadow target, right? Because that'll stop them from getting, like, multiple searches. I think we have to Gossip Shadow this, yeah. That's so scary to let them summon those two. It feels like they're kind of baiting my Gossip Shadow here, because, like, why else would you play into it like that? But let's see what they end up doing. Jokul, Lantern, and then 5 unknown cards? The Jokul and Lantern are both useless right now. They're going to normal summon Noroi. So I can chain Ascendance, and then chain MST to that, and then negate Noroi. Keeping Ash Blossom in my hand, keeping a Canine card out of their graveyard. Let's do it that way. There we go. There we go. I could use the other effect of Mandate. I might do that here in a second, actually. After I get my search off of whatever I summon here. Well, it's gonna be Crocea. Oh, this can revive itself! Ah, I'm so glad I actually used that as a material now. I totally forgot about that. I mean, I definitely intended to play that way the whole... No, I already said that I'd forgotten about it. Set that. We'll summon Phonics. And then, let's see. We can grab Varun here, right? Because this can activate as a quick effect. Sure can. And then we'll get that MST back as well. And we still have Ash Blossom and Sheena. And our other 2 MSTs. So next time I activate an MST... This is so fine. I do not care if you look at my hand at all. You can go right ahead. Oh, because it's negated for the whole turn. I actually thought it was just that one instance. Oh, because it just says negate its effects. Ah, I see. We're looking to revive here. That makes sense. But we are going to put a stop to that as well. We can even deny them the search off the Lantern as well. And not use Ash Blossom for it. We're going to go MST on Ascendance yet again. And then we will chain. We actually don't really need to negate right now. Because I wasn't even thinking about this negate when I talked about, you know, denying them the Lantern. But this will let us summon Varun and also spin these 2 back with Phonics. Oh, we can't summon Varun? Oh, I think it'll be in a second after these effects. Maybe. Let's see here. There we go. That's what I thought. Okay. I want to draw, too, while I'm at it. Let's see. 3 quick play spells? Yeah, that's fine. I just want to see if I get a hand trap here. We'll just put back all 3 of these Radiant Typhoon spells. We'll leave the MST in there. If they want to Ash Blossom this, you are more than welcome. Go right ahead. I guess I could negate it. And if you have 2 or more Mystical Space Typhoon in your graveyard, you can destroy that monster. Nah, that's fine. Okay, so they have Jokul and 3 cards we don't know about. And we still have Ash Blossom, and Sheena, and Varun, and MST. 7th Tachyon, A. Revealing number 104. What do they want to add? That's dark. They could be on a 2nd Lantern. I'm just gonna Ash Blossom. Am I gonna Ash Blossom? Well, no, they're not on a 2nd Lantern. Yeah, I'm gonna Ash Blossom this, because they're trying to add back that Lantern. Which I'm trying. Did that activate its effect? Yeah, because it revived Noroi, right? Yeah, okay, so Lantern did already use its effect. I should have let that resolve then, I think. Yeah, I probably should have let that resolve. Because they would have put a card back, too. I definitely should have let that resolve. That was a huge misplay on my part. Yeah, because they've already activated both Jokul and Lantern. Izuna and Lupus are Earth. Right? Is there a Canine card I can click on here? Yeah, Lupus is Earth. I knew Izuna was, I just couldn't remember Lupus. Sick. End phase, we love to see it. Let's get a draw. Yeah. We definitely want to do all this during the draw phase. Sure, why not? It doesn't matter at this point. Oops. Who's got more attack points? Swen? Oh, it's exactly lethal on board. Watch them activate a Droll here. No, okay, we're good. Alright, there's that one. Yeah, this is more than enough. Alright, I would say that's a very textbook game from Radiant Typhoon. Very nice little back and forth there. Yeah, just kind of navigating that turn 1 board. Yeah, the Phonics in particular, using that as a material actually didn't end up mattering as much as I thought it would. It does still kind of matter, though, because the Phonics could very easily have what's the word I'm looking for? It could have very easily, we could have needed to have used it at any given moment during our opponent's turn. So it might have been nice to just have it online for whenever, but let's try to get like at least one more game in. But I'm very satisfied with that first duel. That was good. Snake? Snake? Snake! I've actually never played a Metal Gear Solid game, but okay. We're gonna go first yet again. Of course, on my first 2 takes, I lost coin flips, and on the second take, I actually almost had a really good back and forth going second game, but then I screwed it up at the end. Okay, so we have Ascendance to add MST. I don't really need to do that, though, so we're not going to. Alright, we are going to special summon Swen. Swen F. And that's going to get Chant. Yeah, and then Chant for Eldon. We're going to Tribute Summon Crocea. It's actually kind of been a minute since I've played this deck, to be totally honest. I know it like just came out, but I really have not played this deck since it came out. Again, if I'm being completely honest here. So now you have a quick effect. Oh, it's Crocea. That's bad. Ooh, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad. I don't love that. I really don't love that. Or even like it a little bit. Ooh, not a fan, not a fan, not a fan. I hate this mirror match, oh my god. I'm remembering that other video I posted. I hate this mirror match. I really do too. It's like, I don't know. It's complicated. I'm not saying complex mirror matches are always unfun. I just don't like this one. Anyway, let's go for Eldum. And we're gonna get Crocea. Alright, let's see. Crocea F. Ash Blossom? Sheena. To bounce all monsters. Okay. That's really annoying. I was about to be like, that's fine, but it's really not, actually. Well, okay, I could summon Meghala. Or rather, add Meghala and then special. I haven't normal summoned either. I'd have to activate Ascendance, but that would be fine. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, and then, yeah, Ascendance. Now we can go Meghala effect. Oh, why didn't I summon Crocea? Oh, that was really not smart of me. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna summon Phonix here. I didn't even think about it. I just assumed it was a hand trap. Yeah. Oh well. It's gonna have to be fine. Let's see. Let's go for Varun. But I'm not going to be able to get the trap card here. I shouldn't have used Ascendance. Well, I had to because I didn't have any bodies on board. I was like, why didn't I use Ascendance after I summoned Varun? But it's like I couldn't have summoned Varun. I could activate Varun and put herself and Sheena in the spell trap zones. Is that good? Yeah, that is actually good because then I can activate MST and then I can, well, okay, so I could put Phonix in the spell trap zone. Then I could MST Phonix. I think that's actually correct. Like, correct to do here. Because now I can go MST. This will just revive itself later when I activate MST. Now we can activate Varun. I skipped Crocea again! I'm such a dummy! Why am I such a dummy? It's fine. Crocea wouldn't have mattered here anyway. It's fine. It's fine. And you know what? We can summon Crocea next turn. We can actually get her Surge. So I think that is actually totally fine. We can put back all three of these and get a draw. Let's actually do that before we keep setting stuff here. Hey, that is actually completely fine as far as draws go. Alright, so if they activate MST, then I get to start negating their stuff, which is obviously really good for me. Also, whenever I activate MST, I get to revive Phonics. Maybe I should have thought about activating MST during my own, or during their draw phase, rather. But I also don't want to activate MST and then all of a sudden they're special summoning Crocea. We can wait. We can just wait. Yeah. We have mana depth. There's no reason to fire off MSTs willy-nilly. Yeah, and the more I think about it, the more I am actually glad I didn't summon Crocea, because it would have done a lot here anyway. Okay, so I can... They want to Swen search. They searched Swen off of the Crocea, right? Let's negate this. Now this is a when, so if they chain another card, I might not necessarily be able to negate. Okay, cool, sick. Unless they want to chain MST to Mandate, but then I can just chain Mandate and negate their MST. Oh no, it's once per chain! Oh, that was a hell of a time to remember that. That's gonna have to be... fine. Okay. This is why I hate this mirror match. Oh my god. It's like you have to be 12 steps ahead, and I'm not good enough at this deck to be able to do that. Ooh. Oh my god, we can just place this again. Okay, so we're not gonna set it. I didn't even think about that with Varun. Okay, so we're not gonna activate Mandate's effect here. We're gonna go Chainlink 1 Varun, Chainlink 2 Crocea. They're gonna activate their Crocea. I'm gonna activate my Crocea. They're gonna chain Visions to draw 2 and then discard 1. That's fine. I don't need to chain anything here. Yeah, we still have Call Eye and Super Poly. This Super Poly is about to go hard. Obviously, I'm gonna wait for them to put more stuff on their board. Discarding yet another Crocea. I could call by Crocea and stop them from searching here. And then Phonics would put back the 2 monsters on their board. Ooh, wait, that's really good. We deny their searches and then we stop their board as well. We can even... oh my god, if they chain Ash Blossom to this Crocea, that would be so good. Okay, they did use a hand trap on it. Oh my god, we're gonna get so much advantage off of this call by. Oh, that's so good. Negate my Crocea. Negate your Crocea. And put your stuff back. They're gonna chain Phonics. That's fine. Alright, okay. Whew, I feel a lot better now. Probably one of the easiest super polys I've ever seen in my life. Let's make this wind now. Make our board untargetable. Okay, we still have an MST to negate as well. Do I want to use it here? What do they have left? They've already summoned Meghala. They've already used Crocea. Like, what are you going to search off of this? They want to revive their Phonics. That's what they were trying to do. They wanted me to chain to negate. Yeah, I was just thinking about it for a second. I was like, what could you possibly... What are you going to get, Varun? Okay, yeah, it's definitely become in our great interest to not activate a quick play spell if possible here. Adding another Swen, that's fine. You already used Swen's effect this turn. And normal summoned. Oh no, they haven't used Swen yet. Oh, they haven't special summoned to Swen. That's right. Yeah, of course. Okay, so they can make a Link 2 or a Rank 3. That's still not enough to beat my board. Unless they go Zeus. But I can negate it with MST. What are you going to do, opponent? Ghost Mourner is still kind of a wild... I guess because it's wind? But, like, that doesn't really matter for hand traps. I don't know. They're thinking. Okay, they're linking. They're thinking and they're linking. They want to add a Mystical Space Typhoon. That is fine. Because if I chain, they're just going to get to use their Varun's effect to place their Mandate. I don't want them to place their Mandate. Oh my god, wait, so... Is this an if or a when? It's an if. So wait, can't I just, I was gonna say, yeah, just negate it. I can negate their MST, then Varun will activate. Then I can chain my MST and negate Varun. Or I can negate their Varun, then they'll pop MST. It's the same thing either way, right? Oh, but then they get to revive their Phonics. Mystical Space Typhoon is activated while this card is in the graveyard. No, not if I negate MST here. Wait, does it negate the activation? No, it negates the effects. Ooh, okay. So they do get to revive Phonics, because I just negated the effect. I did not negate the activation. They get Varun here as well. Now, if I want to use MST to negate, I have to do it right now. Yeah, I would very much like to keep them off of Mandate. What is your last card? Their last card is a quick play spell. Oh, their last card is a quick play spell. That doesn't matter because the Mud Dragon is already wind and they can't target my board anyway. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, we're out of stuff to do at this point, but they've only got one card left in hand. And obviously our board slash hand, our game state is better than theirs. Well, I mean, again, it depends on what this last card in hand is. If it's a quick play spell, that actually doesn't matter here, because Phonics will only be able to target, is it 2 or up to 2? It's up to 2, so they'll only be able to target Mandate. Obviously, their Varun can't battle into anything, so it's really just their Phonics that can maybe battle over my Varun to deal 3k. I don't really care about that. Battle over my Mud Dragon, Crusea, Crash. I don't really care what Phonics attacks here. Yeah, alright, we're in a really good spot. Yeah, that's totally fine. Oh, you know what? No, because now my board is targetable if they battle into Mud Dragon. That's why they did that. But then, that's their battle phase. They can bounce back, like, you know, these two, or like these two. But I'll still be able to go Swen. It's Call By is their last card. And they're gonna Call By Eldum. That's really good for me, because that's not Swen. I didn't have a Swen in there, okay. I'm gonna Phonics on my Phonics plus Crusea, probably, right? Or do you want to go for Varun? No, Crusea. Alright. Oh, I forgot about Ghost Warner. Okay, so... Oh, and then they're gonna link into Win. Summon my Meghala, sure. Oh, so then they can summon when I activate a spell. That's interesting. Okay, including a Radiant Typhoon card. I actually don't have a Radiant Typhoon quick play spell yet. Alright, so special, activate. Let's get Chance, right? That'd probably be the best thing to get. We can just put the Meghala in the back row and not have to deal with it. That sounds so much better. Or I could just activate Chant Chain Drop. I could put Win in the back row and not have to deal with it. Yeah, because they're going to activate Meghala. I'm just going to Chain Droplet. Oh, I guess, or they're not. Oh, they're going to activate it. Yeah, in a moment here. Get Eldum. No! God damn it! Ah! I was so close! I literally just had to click end! Ah! Whatever. It happens. I hate that mirror match. Oh my god, I hate that mirror match. That's why I'll never play this deck again. Okay, well, I think that's going to go ahead and do it for me here. So, hope you enjoyed those live games. Those were actually some pretty solid duels. I'm sure that second game I could have won if I just been a little bit quicker. I mean, definitely I could have won if I would have been a little bit quicker, or if I just played it a little bit differently, but this deck's mirror match, I mean, honestly, Radiant Typhoon in general is a very skill-intensive deck to play. But the mirror match is so much like that turned up to 10. It is insane. But I'm just going to go ahead and call it here, I think. Thank you so very much for watching. I super appreciate your support. Watching all the way to the very end is like one of the best ways you can support not only me, but any small YouTube channel. But I say that during the outro, so I'm about to repeat myself, I think. Anyway, I'm going to stop yapping. Let's move on to our outro, where we can thank our YouTube members and Patreon subscribers. Hey everybody, Hexlex here. Thank you so very much for watching all the way to the very end of the video, which by the way is one of the best ways to support the channel. Speaking of supporting the channel, take a look at the names on screen. These are folks who have been so generous as to either join as a YouTube member or subscribe over on patreon.com/Hexlex to support. There's also perks for doing so. If you would like to see YouTube videos early, as well as some exclusive videos that get uploaded to YouTube, but for one reason or another I decide not to publish, definitely go ahead and hit that join button to see content early, as well as some exclusive content. If you're looking for more exclusive content, over on patreon.com, I upload exclusive videos that are not posted on YouTube just about every single day. Whether you choose to subscribe over on Patreon, join as a YouTube member, or simply continue to watch, your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you so very much. But for now, this is Hexlex. I am signing out, and I hope that you have a fantastic day.